I mean, Mo Pete tried to stay patient and stay down, but on that third head fake, he decides to go up with him. Hits him on the arm.
And he starts a new streak.
Three-point play for Kobe, and it's down to a 9-point deficit.
Kobe's got 44. He's got Jerry West on him here in the third. Here is Jalen Rose all the way in the lane. Hesitated. Kobe stripped it. 2-on-2. Kobe's with Smush. Kobe all the way. Kobe put it up. Offensive. Yes. No basket. Ran over Mike James. I waited, and the outside official made the call.
Well, the outside official had a better view than the one that was under the basket. After the turnover by the Raptors, Kobe's called for the offensive foul. James was not in the restricted area. There's no question about that. He was outside the area. Gets hit right in the chest. Offensive foul, turnover, give the ball back to Toronto.
13th turnover for the Lakers. Kobe, that's just his first foul.
Devin George running up the back of Bonner there. Couldn't stop his momentum after Bonner picked up his dribble.
It's a pretty big back, too. Third foul on Devin, fourth team foul, and we still have 5:28 remaining, so Lakers out of fouls.
Both teams out of fouls. This could be a long quarter.
Charlie Villanueva's back in.
That's bad news.
Oh, he was remarkable in that first quarter.
6 out of 8 from the field in the first quarter, or in the first half. He played 12 minutes total, 12 points.
There's Charlie. You can see that head of his. That's not by choice. He suffers from a condition called alopecia, which is premature hair loss. But you know, he has been great with kids who suffer from the same thing. 20 meet and greets throughout the course of the season, giving kids some confidence. It's not just lip service. He's just one of a lot of great character guys on this team. Here's Odom underneath to Mim, but we had a whistle. That's no basket.
And the foul was on Bonner on the pass, so Odom will be shooting 2 free throws. The defensive Mim, though, on the other end, blocking Villanueva's shot. Nice pass by Jalen Rose. And good recovery by Chris Mim.
Chris, who leads the Lakers in block shots. Now at the other end, he'll watch Lamar shoot free throws. 7 blocks for the Lakers tonight.
They need 17. The way they're playing defensively.
Well, Lamar's got 2 free throws. Other than that, Stu, Kobe has scored 25 of the last 27 for the Lakers, and it's 77-69. The largest margin for Toronto was 18.
18 in this quarter. There's still 5 minutes to 12 seconds to play here, and the Lakers, with this free throw coming here, if he's successful, which he is, it's a 7-point game. So the Lakers starting to get a little bit of bounce in their step. Kobe has really helped them in that department offensively.
Little full court pressure, trying to change tempo. Bosch just gets it across the timeline. Chris, who can move with the basketball now to Villanueva. Well, he was underneath with nowhere to go, and then was fouled. Oh, yeah. Chris Mim.
That's got to be a tough foul for Chris Mim to take there. I mean, Chris Mim says, what did I do? All I did was stand there. He's the one doing the pivoting. He said, well, I have the last say, and I say you fouled him. Let's let him shoot a pair.
12 out of 13 tonight for Toronto. Another make. Let's take a look at it again, see what kind of contact Chris Mim on Charlie Villanueva.
I'm looking. Where is it?
There's no, that's a bad call. In and out. So only one after the non-foul called on Chris Mim. 4:53 remaining third quarter. I'm Bill McDonald in for Joel Myers. Here's Kobe again. Yes, sir. And the crowd's starting to sense it too as he builds up to 47 now. And more importantly for the team, Lakers coming back.
Only down by 5, and Kobe has put him on his back here in the third quarter. And he has been on an absolute roll. 47 points with 4:42 left to play in the third. And they've tried a number of different faces in front of him, but Kobe hasn't seen any of them.
That sound is, it's all the players in the NBA saying, get on the tube right now because Kobe's doing his thing.
He's after it yet again. He's made the Lakers last 11 field goals.
He's 8 for 10 in the quarter. Trying to answer back, he can't hit. Lamar Odom's got a rebound for the Lakers. For Lamar, that's his third. Lamar going all the way coast to coast, blocking foul. And Lamar will go back to the free throw line.
And Lamar scratching his head a little bit, trying to think, how am I going to get this first hoop? I'm getting to the free throw line now, but I can't get that first basket, as this time James gets there late. Moose still moving, gets called for the blocking foul, so 2 free throws coming to Lamar. He's 3 out of 4 from that distance for his 3 points.
Odom averages 15.5 points, nearly 10 rebounds, 5.5 assists a game. He's a 69% free throw shooter, and he hits it, and it's a 4-point deficit for the Lakers.
And that free throw was made for Lily Perez, who's a little under the weather. We wish her a speedy recovery.
And I'll also dedicate that to Jude Harris, Tim's son, who's finally understanding what Kobe's doing. Here's a travel.
Mike James thinks he's going to the free throw line, and he turns around and he says, "You
what?
called what? I did what?" Well, there's such a thing as a pivot foot, and they're saying that you shuffled it before you put the ball down, which is not unusual here in the NBA.
Full court pressure. Yeah, normally they just turn the other cheek on that. Full court pressure working for the Lakers. Now here is Smush as the crowd starts to chant Kobe. Kobe, fall-away jumper, going to be short. Oh, Chris Min, great play. Never came down with it and followed and scored.
That's the right thing for bigs to do, especially because they bring it down and the smalls take it away from them.
You want to give Kobe an assist?
No.
Okay. Here's James. Lob it under Jalen Rose, the veteran. Original part of the Fab Five at Michigan. Turning in low, raked away, and fouled. Could be Smush or Devin from behind. Smush is raising his hand, and it's going to be Smush Parker.
And they're calling it on Smush, and Smush is saying, I didn't do anything. If anything, it's Devin George from behind. But they're saying that Smush is the guy that fouled him, and so Jalen Rose will go to the free throw line and see if he can stop this string by the Lakers. They're only down by a single point.
Jalen had 31 in 23 minutes at the Air Canada Center last Sunday in a big win over the Knicks. You know, this team thinks that they can still get in the playoffs. I mean, when you think about it, in the East, 2 games under 500 right now is the 8th spot. You got to really get on a run, but still, you don't even have to be at 500 maybe to get in.
Well, that's why you got to keep just plugging away, and Sam Mitchell's trying to convince his team of that fact, that if they keep improving and winning games, they have a shot.
Lamar still looking for a field goal. Now out to Kobe. Right now, Joey Graham's on him, the rookie from Oklahoma State. And on the line, stepped out of bounds. Turnover, Lakers. They're down 80-77, 3.5 to play in the third.
Turnovers are something you obviously you don't like at any time, but when you're trailing and trying to make this tremendous comeback from 18 points, you can't turn it over.
And 14 turnovers for the Lakers, turning into 18 Raptor points, backing down his road. He's got the full repertoire. So he's got to get the shooter's touch, and does. Well, they are such a better team with Jalen in the starting lineup, but then the bench has been very productive, Stu. In fact, this is the best bench scoring team in the NBA, the Toronto Raptors.
Well, they use their bench probably more than anybody else.
Well, wrap around under the Smush. Great pass by Lamar. Normally, simple passes, simple plays make it happen, but not that time.
Well, that really, for that particular player, Smush to get the ball, that was the only pass that Lamar could throw him.
82-79. Open. Grant. He hits it. Unguarded three-pointer from the corner, and Joey's got his first points.
Down to back to a 6-point margin here.
Kobe all the way. Reverse layup is good. And Sam Mitchell is beside himself on the sideline about the defense. 49 for Kobe.
Or lack thereof. There was no help at that time as Kobe waltzed his way into the paint.
Well, it's going to be interesting fourth quarter what kind of defense Toronto throws at Kobe. 2, 3 players at a time, who knows? We've seen it many times, Stu.
Also going to be interesting to see what Phil does with Kobe to start the fourth. Does he sit him down like he normally does?
Would you?
No.
Mim, I wouldn't either. Let's go back. A moment ago, Lamar wraparound to Smush Parker on the baseline.
I mean, they doubled Lamar on the baseline side, and there was really no way he could get the ball to Smush other than the pass that he made. It was a great pass, and the finish was nice. And what made Sam Mitchell upset was no help against the leading scorer in the league, a guy that is torching you for 49 so far, and you let him waltz his way to the rim.
Yep. The great thing about that pass by Lamar, about a 25, 30-foot wraparound pass. It wasn't just right to somebody, and he had to put some steam on it.
And the other good thing about that pass, he was on the baseline completely baseline, but just a foot or two off the baseline. So you wrap around a bounce pass, it's very easy to have that pass hit the baseline, and then that's a turnover. So all that great stuff then looks rather silly.
Chris Mims, 72%er, makes them both. He's got 12. He's the only other Laker in double figures. 2 minutes to go in the quarter, and that's passed out of bounds.
That was some lob, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Villanueva was going toward the basket.
Kareem on a step stool couldn't get that one. It wasn't even close.
He says, woo, where's that going? He says, that's going right out of the exit there as the Lakers take a timeout. Minute and 55 to play. A tremendous comeback for the Lakers. They're right back in the hunt, down by a 2-point margin.
With 8.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Since then, they've outscored 30-14. Have an opportunity here to draw even with 1:37 remaining in the quarter.
And it's funny, Sam Mitchell has tried so many different people on Kobe. The big guards, small forwards. So now he's decided to go with Calderon on him. And I think the purpose there, or the intent there, is for him to try to deny Kobe the ball. Just face guard if you have to. Make other people become offensive threats.
Halfway point of the season tonight. Smush Parker, biggest surprise story perhaps?
I don't know if he's the big surprise. I mean, he's a pleasant surprise. He's been inconsistent, though. I mean, he's had games where he's shown what he can do. Then there are other games where he just doesn't get involved in the offense very much. By the way, he is a pleasant surprise, though. Don't get me wrong.
By the way, folks, we're tied at 85. Minute 29 remaining third quarter. To the post and box. He can do so many things from right there. His favorite, though, is a fall-away jump shot. Now to James. James has 22 on the night. Knocked away by Kobe. Great hustle by Kobe. He's going to score. And dunk, Lakers lead.
Well, that's 51 for number 8. And the Lakers go up by a deuce.
MVP, huh? No doubt right now. James, left-handed dribble. Toronto stunned. They're down after leading by 18 in the quarter. James for 3. Short. Long lead, looking for Smush. Off the tip, he's got it to score.
That was some two-hand pass by Chris Mims. Two-hand over the head, and basically perfect because Calderon only got a fingernail on it, and it wasn't enough.
What a turnaround. Smush, stolen Calderon. They got to get it across the timeline.
8-second violation.
That's absolutely right.
See what happens when you play a little bit of D? It becomes infectious. Everybody gets going, but I think what got them going on the defensive end is Kobe's onslaught offensively, and now they're really picking it up. They've got themselves a 4-point advantage, 36 seconds. They can go 2 for 1 here, so if they get it into Kobe, he's going to take a real quick shot to make sure they get 2 shots for 1 in the quarter.
You always hear it, every level of basketball, defense leads to offense. And the Lakers right now up by 4. Kevin George, after inserted in the lineup, you mentioned it. Oh, great pass. Kobe alone, slam dunk. Give the assist to Lamar. Toronto got lost on D.
And that was the worst defensive sequence the Raptors have played tonight.
Kobe has 53 points through 3.
Well, career high is what, 62?
Yeah, he's
well, I don't think he can get that in this quarter.
James, yeah, there's only 15 remaining in it. Toronto, ice cold, Villanueva misses. Kobe's going to get one final shot in the quarter. You would assume it's going to be number 8, 91-85. Kobe, again, not this time. Tipped up and missed. Villanueva secures, and that'll do it for the quarter. Listen to this crowd saluting their purple and gold.
And saluting number 8 in particular. What a quarter he had. I mean, the guy's got 53 at the end of 3. Does that remind you of anything? Reminds me of the fact that Kobe had 62 at the end of 3 against Dallas. The Lakers closed the quarter on a 12-zip run. I'd say he's moved up. He's only 8 behind the great Elgin Baylor. And he's got a lot left in his career to see what he can do about that. But tonight's performance is remarkable. He made 11 out of 15 shots in that third quarter. The Lakers as a team made 14 out of 21. Thank you, Kobe Bryant.
Stu, old school NBA. 91-85 after 3.
Yeah, it brings back the days when they scored 120 points a game.
Mike James trying to get red hot again. Pretty good defense that time by Kwame Brown. The miss. Odom has the rebound. Guns a pass under to George from Smush, but he missed the layup. Pretty good pass by Parker on the break.
Right, that time Devin jumped away from contact, and that caused him to miss the shot. Take the contact, get to the free throw line.
Mo Pete now to Bonner. Ball movement, reversal now to Rose. Isolated one-on-one, now moving to the post is Bosch with 8 on the shot clock. Rose just put the Kwame to bed right there on a nice little move, and he hits a mid-range jumper.
Oh, he's a talented player. Smooth, got that nice stroke on the left side of his body.
Only he and LeBron in the East average over 20 points and shoot over 50%. So he beat company with another young superstar. Bryant out on the court, trying to move on Pete for 3. Pretty good defense that time. Tough shot.
Pretty good rebound by Devin George.
Gives him another shot clock. Kobe posting, turning, double in traffic, blocked by Bonner. Good play by Bonner. Out of bounds, Raptors.
Kobe got hit in the head. He's down. Lakers going to have to either quick call it 20 or because Raptor ball, either foul somebody or something.
Kobe slow getting up, and here comes Toronto into the front court, effectively 5-on-4. And a foul on the floor, Devin George. Let's see it again, above the right eye.
And you know, the last couple of weeks he's got hit in the eye a few times. That is really dangerous. Right there, he got raked across the eye by Mo Pete, I believe it was. He reached in, hit him in the eye. That's why so many players are started to wear goggles. You don't see that many goggles anymore.
Technical foul, Kobe Bryant. Barking at the officials after not calling the slap by Mo Peterson right there. Oh, and a foul by Bonner, too. Did you see him get wrist before he got ball?
Maybe that's why Kobe had some words for the official.
Jalen Rose knocks down the technical for the Kobe stare. All right, Kobe, you got one technical. Now get out there and play some ball. Here's James, picked up by Odom, way outside the arc. We got 10.5 to play, fourth quarter. 3-point lead, Lakers. James trying to draw contact. Mo Peterson goes to the dribble drive. That's something they want him to do more. Missed the shot, and Devin's got the rebound. That's 6 for George. Smush Parker looking to lob it into Kwame Brown. Does, but Kwame can't handle it. Hands. It's been a problem with Kwame from day one.
Cannot turn the ball over. You've made this nice comeback. You can't keep giving the ball back to the Raptors and let momentum switch sides again.
15 turnovers, Stu, for the Lakers.
Too many.
91-88. Kick it out, Bonner. His 3. They've fallen off there. Lamar now slow getting up off the ground as he was run into. Give it now to Devin George. And Lamar Odom, who is 0 for 6 from the floor. Kobe cut off at the pass. I can't go one way, so I'll go the other. That would have counted had it gone, but he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, I could tell after the technical, next time he got the ball, he was going to force the official to either blow the whistle or he was going to get to the basket some way. He gets to the basket some way, and the official does blow the whistle.
You know, despite the fact that he absolutely relishes in it, the wear and the tear of being the guy every single night.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
I mean, you know the defenses are all geared for you, but he's so talented. I mean, even though the defense is geared, he's so good off the dribble. He handles the ball with both hands equally as well. I mean, there's very, very little that you can do to really keep him down for the course of a game.
You know, pure basketball for Kobe this year. Void of all the drama off the court with the teammates, makes free throws. If you're joining us late, his free throw string came to an end at 62, but he's now started another, and foul on Smush, backcourt, his 4th. Second team foul.
Well, but the ball wasn't inbounded yet. That's what they're ruling, so that's free throws. Ball was still out of bounds, waiting to be thrown in when they called the foul.
And LT, Lawrence Tanner, relaying Stu's information to the assembled throng here at Staples Center. Remember, Lakers right back out here. Friday night before out on the road, Golden State. Hope to see you here at Staples Center. 9:47 remaining here. James, free throw, not good.
And he hasn't scored in a while. Remember, he had 22 a long time ago.
Mike James, by the way, can opt out after this season. You know, it's funny, the New York papers were linking James to the Knicks. What talent hasn't been linked to the Knicks in the New York paper? Seems like they try to make the deals for everybody. He missed both free throws.
Well, you can tell, Mr. Momentum is still riding with the Lakers. 2 free throws, the chance to cut it to a 3-point game for Toronto, and they come up dry.
Kobe, nobody helping right now defensively, so he'll take the 15-footer. Kobe's got 57. Laker lead is 95-88. 5 away from his Laker high.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. He's in that zone.
If Toronto's going to come back, Bosh has got to be the guy. He's been the go-to person all season long. He is tripled by the Lakers. Unselfishly gives it to Bonner, but it was Odom there to force it.
Well, he was well behind the plane of the board, Chris Bosh was, when he tried to make that play. That's a tough play to make from that position on the floor.
Yeah, good defensive help by the Lakers coming over. 5th foul on Mo Peterson. 2nd team foul. And we got a timeout.
Well, at least Mo Pete can say that, hey, when Kobe went for 100 that night, I fouled out trying because he only got 1 more to give.
You called it.
He's all over Kobe right now, but it hasn't made a difference. It's Kobe on fire. He's got his team up by 7. Minutes left to play.
I'm Bill McDonald. Joel Myers will be back on Friday, filling in tonight. Kobe counted foul. He'll go to the line, try to complete a 3-point play. Kobe's got 59 to make it 6-0 with the free throw.
He splits this double team as they come out, and then as he goes up, he gets pushed from behind by Bosh. Almost knocks him down, but he concentrates on the shot. He gets the basket. He's looking for point number 60. I mean, this is it.
He's missed 2 free throws tonight.
He's got to be a little tired. He's been out there and carrying the entire offensive load. Shoulders have to be strong to do that.
Kobe's played 33 minutes despite the offensive load on his shoulders. Here is Jalen Rose throwing it up, not going to get it. Oh, how lucky can you be? Who tipped it?
Well, they're going to give it to Bonner.
Yeah, might have been one of the Lakers, though.
Devin George and Lamar were there, and they, I don't know, tried to like maybe tip it to each other, and Bonner sneaks in and slaps at it and tips it in the basket.
Easiest 2 Matt's ever got. Here is Kobe again. Why not for 3? No good. James, you still have to look to get others involved, no matter how remarkable it is. 97-90 in the corner. But Toronto, as hot as they were, is completely gone cold here in the second half.
What so often happens with bigs, especially, shot taken from the perimeter, they turn, they look at the guy shooting, and they fail to feel where their man is and put a body on him, and all of a sudden he sneaks around and gets inside position. That's what happened to Kwame on that play, and he got called for the foul.
His 3rd foul, 13th foul. You saw the numbers. His 31% this half from the field. Here's Rose. Had a notion out to James. Good dribble to get open. Jalen's going to go to the basket. He has blocked by Odom, and a foul called on the outside. Lamar.
Devin George is going to get whistled.
Oh, is it going to be Devin?
Yeah.
Okay. Either or.
Good recovery by Devin after Jalen decided to take him off the dribble. From behind, Devin says, I got you, and hit him right on the wrist. A good call by the official. Devin doesn't like it, but sometimes you have to tell the officials. He caught me.
Got a little flesh, too, from the front. So Jalen hits the free throw. The career of Jalen Rose as Sasha comes on. Played
for who?
A little bit in the first.
Oh, for Devin.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Lakers go with that 3-guard lineup, which isn't that bad. It increases their foot speed a little bit. It makes them able to switch certain plays.
Jalen, who played at Denver, Indy, Chicago, been the subject of some trade talk a little bit around the NBA, now has 13. And Toronto hanging in, 97-92. Remember, they led by as many as 18. Kobe doubled. There we go. Bosh and Jalen Rose, and they force a turnover. Into the front court, Rose. Lob underneath. Tough play for Mo Pete. Gets it right back to Rose. Jalen trying to move on. smush, and it's a block.
Well, the first part of that foul was a block. The second part of that play was a push by Jalen Rose as he took his left arm and just put Smush to the floor. Free throws coming again, so the 5-point lead is going to be down to 3.
Stu, what have you liked about Jalen Rose's game over his dozen years in the NBA?
Well, you know, Jalen, as a typical left-hander, you know, they're a little different to defend because they are left-handers. He's smooth, but you know, he's the player that has to have the ball in his hands in order to really be effective. Some players can play without it, come and catch, shoot. I think Jalen is much better with the ball in his hands.
And by the way, if you're wondering about how his attitude has been in Toronto, it's been marvelous. He has bought into whatever Sam Mitchell has wanted him to do. Coming off the bench was not a problem, but he's been inserted into the lineup. And most importantly, he needs a free throw, and he knocks it down, 97-93, still 7:25 remaining.
But you can see how the Laker offense is really stagnated now. Kobe has missed his last couple of shots, and nobody else is picking up anything, so now they need to jumpstart some of the other players.
With Walton in the game, Kobe's a 3 away from tying his career high. He's got 7 on the shot clock. Open man Lamar, straight away. Yes, sir.
Well, and that's a good time to get started. Makes his first basket of the night. He's got 8 points, and it happens to be a triple.
He's 1 for 7. Lamar also has 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Been awfully close to triple doubles the last couple of weeks. Paul Lucas gets burned there by Jalen Rose, but Lamar comes up with the rebound after the miss.
That was a nice job by Lamar. I thought he was held on the play, but kept his concentration.
Kobe goes straight to the dribble in the lane, laid up and in. Kobe Bryant, he's got 61 points. Let me say it again.
How many?
61 points.
I thought he had more now. I thought he had 61 in this half. He's been everywhere offensively.
Lakers already over the century mark at 102-93, something we touted at the beginning.
Illegal defense this time. Who do they catch on that? Lamar? Yeah, they catch Lamar on that one. So another free throw coming to Jalen Rose, plus possession of the ball after the Lakers opened up their biggest lead of the night, 9 points.
102-94. Let's see Lamar Odom in the middle of this illegal defense.
If you're in the painted area, you have to be close enough to touch an offensive player. If you can't touch an offensive player, then you're not termed actively guarding, and that's illegal.
Well, Phil Jackson and the staff looking for 48 consistent minutes. They're going to get about 24 here tonight.
Offensive foul.
Turnover again. And that's Mike James. That's his 4th. And the Lakers will get the basketball. So Toronto, not even another attempt.
That was frustration that time by Mike James. They were denying him on the inbounds play, so he decided just to run through that pressure and gets called for the offensive foul.
You know, Mike James operating at the point. He's really more of a 2, but he's been playing the majority of minutes at the 1 this year. Here's Sasha had to ward off James. They got entangled a little bit. Kobe forced it up. 3 free throws. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see a career high for Kobe Bryant. Jalen Rose, the foul.
Well, 6 minutes in, 1 second left to play here in the 4th. He's got 61 now. 3 here to give him 64. I'm trying to figure out the odds of him getting to 75 or so.
You're projecting, in other words. 1. He has tied his career high. 103-94, 62 for number 8. He's going to double his average tonight, you would think. His average is nearly 35 a game. And this is coming off of one of his worst shooting performances of the season. Crowd's on its feet for a career high for Kobe. And the beat goes on.
That's the key, and the beat goes on.
Mike James, front court. 9-point deficit facing the Raptors. They end their road trip tomorrow in Denver. Here comes Rose. Cut off there by Luke Walton. Luke gets caught there. If it somehow goes in, it doesn't. Luke's just got to find his confidence on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively.
Everybody wants to bite on that pump fake. It's so hard to discipline yourself to stay down. Keeping Kobe down out of the scoring column is something that few teams have been able to do, and the Raptors obviously aren't doing it tonight. He's got a new career high, 64. The bad news for Toronto, there's 5:45 left to play.
Ooh, ouch. And he just keeps getting better. 64. Laker history is in the offing here. Kobe now with 64. Elgin 71 back in 1960 at the Old Garden against the Knicks.
Well, he's 2 away from taking Wilt out of second place, and of course 7 or 8 away from surpassing Elgin Baylor.
And
with 5:45 to play, anything's possible.
And another interesting number. Kobe doesn't like to be compared to Michael Jordan, but obviously a lot of his game patterned after the great Michael Jordan. Michael's high in a game, 69. So Kobe's within reach of MJ. Kobe with it now. Lakers lead 105-96. Another three.
Well, there goes Wilt. Wilt went from second to third on the list.
Remarkable stuff, ladies and gentlemen. 67 points, Kobe Bryant. Bosh. Fumbling. Kicks it out. Peterson, this is his shot. Not even close. You know things are going wrong.
You know why? He has no energy left. He's been chasing Kobe around.
A great point.
He can't have energy to shoot the ball.
Crowd comes to its feet. Kobe Bryant, baseline, pump fake, in trouble. What's he going to do? Bat it around. Kobe's got to get rid of it. 11 on the shot clock.
Called a timeout.
And he did.
They trapped him that time, and he could not get out of the trap, but the awareness to take the timeout with the official only about a foot away from him.
We're going to have a 20-second timeout. His wife, Vanessa, and she is due with their second child. Kobe Bryant with 67 points in 37 minutes, 25 of 40 field goals, 40 field goal attempts tonight, 11 of 13 from the line. He has 6 rebounds and 2 assists.
You know, when you look at the field goal attempts, you talk a lot about the shots he takes, and there's times when he's just not taking good shots. But in a game like this, when he did give it up or his teammates had looks, Chuck, they weren't making shots.
4:56 to go, and let me tell you something now. In this half,
Yes.
Kobe's got 41 points. Is that sick or what?
Remarkable. With this crowd and everyone else abuzz at Kobe Bryant's performance tonight, still nearly 5 minutes remaining, 67 points, a new career high and 4 away from Elgin Baylor's Laker record. For 3 again, yes!
Well, there's 70.
Holy. 70 points for Kobe. 1 away from a Laker record. Sick it is, Stu. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Underneath, missed shot. Lamar Odom, he's got it again. 111-96. Everybody wants it to get into Kobe's hands. Kobe guarded by Mo Peterson. Kobe pump fake for 2. Kobe's got the Laker record.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen to this crowd.
And Sasha just forced a turnover, so they're going to get the ball back. Crowd is on their feet. They look up at the scoreboard. They keep track here at Staples of individual points. You see 8, and then you see 72. And you think, what? Is that right? That's a franchise record, 72.
History tonight at Staples Center. Yeah, you think? MVP. Single-handedly, with a little help from his friends, bringing them back from an 18-point deficit. Let's not lose track of that.
Yeah. That's really what makes this one that good, is the fact that the Lakers were down by 18, and they forged ahead because of this offensive onslaught in the second half by Kobe.
Kobe 27 for 42 in 38 minutes, 11 for 13 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists. Lakers lead 113-96.
What was that call? They gave the ball back to the Raptors? I thought they called a violation. How'd they get it back?
Bonner. 4 minutes to play. Bosh. He's got 16. He's now 6 out of 14 from the field. Here comes Kobe Bryant. 46 points in the second half. Also a franchise record. 3 more, not this time. And Jalen Rose has an opportunity. Everybody just admiring now. Peek, yeah, slam it down. Chris Bosh finally an alley-oop that works for the Raptors.
Well, 3:45 to play in the game. Lakers up by 15. You got to start really. I was going to say, just run your offense now. He's got the record.
But you get caught up of it as a teammate also.
Well, I guess you do.
I see your point though. Kobe down the middle, throw it in.
Now I would give him maybe another minute, and then I'd take him out.
To a well-deserved ovation that we will let you soak in at home. Backhand layup, James good. Going to be way late and a lot little, if you will. In fact, they're emptying the Toronto bench. Sam Mitchell waving the white flag right now, saying, "I've seen enough."
Well, I think he's doing that so that Kobe will go out.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think once he puts those players in, it's like we give. So can you take Kobe out?
Sasha tried to bounce it down to Kwame. Over to Kobe for a 3 again.
The crowd is like, every time he misses, it's like, wow.
James, a leaper in the lane, and it falls in. Mike James tonight, 26 points to lead Toronto. They have 5 players in double figures, but they're going to lose again. Behind his back, Kobe all the way, and he's fouled.
He just now dribbled between his legs to split a double team. I got to see that one again. They said, the 2 defenders have said, yeah, we got you this time, number 8. See you get through this one. He dribbles between his legs, splits the double team, and gets into the paint. He'll be shooting 2 free throws when we come back. What a performance we've witnessed tonight. Look at this. Oh, behind the back, between the defenders. Nice play, 8. This has been a Kobe Bryant spectacular. A performance that you've never seen before in a Laker uniform. Nobody has scored 74 before.
Sir? You still there?
Put this in perspective, Stu. The first year of the NBA was what, 1946-47? This is the 3rd greatest single performance scoring-wise in the history of the game.
And with 2:36 to play, I mean, obviously he's got a chance to get to the 78-point mark. He's got 74 with 2 free throws coming here. That's 75.
Game no longer in doubt. 116-102. Kobe by quarter. 14 in the first, 12 in the second, 27 in the third, and 23 now with that make in the fourth for a total of 76 points. Wow. Bonner. Blocked away. Good play. Good help defense by the Lakers. Here comes Bryant again. If he hits a 3, he passes Wilt for the second all-time. Of course, Wilt's 100 will most likely stand forever. Here's Odom. Kobe for 3. Short. Sasha gets a rebound. It really is all about Kobe at this point.
Oh yeah, that's, I mean, everything, every time down, but they've been doing that the whole second half.
Knocked away by Villanueva, whose good performance in the first half lost in all of this. Remember, after the game, we will have interviews, analysis. We'll have it all covered for you. So don't go anywhere. 50 in the second half for Bryant. Sasha out to Lamar, over to Kobe. With a minute 50 to play. Kobe going one-on-one. Kobe for 3 times. It goes. It doesn't go, but he's going to go to the line and shoot 3 free throws to get to 79. Which would be the second greatest performance in NBA history.
I see it.
Here's number 1. Do you believe it?
I don't even know if I believe it.
77. We'll just let you soak it in with the crowd. This one would be to tie Wilt for number 2, and the next one would be to pass.
I mean, this says it all by itself. I mean, there's just nothing that needs to be said about this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history. 79 points by Kobe Bryant tonight against the Toronto Raptors. 120-102. Minute and a half left. There's Boston. Running hook, not there. Lamar had it momentarily. Raptors now just kind of running out the strings.
And surprisingly, Phil Jackson is letting him go the distance here.
Letting him go. Remember, they talked about it in Dallas briefly, whether Kobe would go in again or not, and it was determined and decided that Kobe would stay on the bench. Obviously, a different course of action tonight. Go ahead, go for it. And his teammates...
And you don't have to tell him to go for it, believe me.
Villanueva. Stolen by Sasha.
Look at Kobe get down the court.
There's Kobe, gives it to him. Kobe with it. Kobe all the way. Kobe down low. Kobe put it up. Kobe fluff. That was to get to at least 80. A minute to play. And the crowd actually booing on that call. Here's a 3 at the other end. Sasha's got it. Kobe up ahead. Kobe wants the ball. Kobe calling for the ball. Under a minute to play.
The crowd is on their feet.
Crowd is going nuts. Kobe all the way. Kobe put it up. Not count, but foul. 2 coming to get to 80 and 81.
Hold on for a second. I'll be right back.
This entire crowd on its feet, including my partner, for the night at least. Brown for 80.
Did I miss anything while I was gone?
Just another one in many.
Oh, okay.
Kobe Bryant, 28 for 46 from the field. This would be 18 for 20 from the line, and an 81-point game. 55 in the second half.
You got to get him out of the game. Somebody got a foul. I see Devin Green getting up. Foul.
Foul just to get Kobe the ovation.
Absolutely foul somebody. Foul him.
They've got to have a sense of flow.
Well, you have to take a timeout or something. You don't want to take a timeout because you want live play. See, but now there's only a 4-second or so differential between shot and game.
Kobe's actually bringing it down, and he might shoot again. 122-104. Over to Sasha. Sasha into the corner. Lamar should have let it go out of bounds. Back to Kobe.
Wow, he's going to
10 on the shot clock. Over to Sasha. Sasha for 3. In and out. No. Rebound, and that'll be that. The crowd will. Yeah. Oh, it is out of bounds.
ball. There it is.
Here we go. And Kobe will be replaced. And listen to this crowd for number 8, Kobe Bryant. And that'll do it. And we're certainly happy that everyone was here in person to see it, and we certainly hope you enjoyed it wherever you were tonight, as Kobe Bryant, 81 points.
You must be a good luck piece for Kobe. You show up and he goes for not a career high, it's almost like a league franchise, everything high, 81 big ones.
The second largest scoring output in the history of the NBA.
Kobe Bryant, absolutely incredible. Last time I talked to you, you had 62, a career high. You just scored 81 points, the second most points in the history of the NBA, second only to Wilt Chamberlain. It comes to the victory. What can you say?
Well, you know, we wanted to win this game so bad, and they jumped out to us on an early lead. And, you know, my ankle was hurting me. I was a little tired, but you know, we needed to get this W, so I had to push through it, and you know, had a great performance.
Well, if you had a healthy ankle, you would have broken 100 points, Kobe. Is this the stuff of dreams? Did you dream of this when you were a little kid?
You know what? I couldn't even dream of this when I was a kid. You know, just no way possible. It's just, you know, just a blessing from above to be able to play this game and more importantly, get out of here with this W. You know, that's what really matters.
You got the W. Talk about the third quarter. Let's talk about the win, the defense. Everybody stepped up.
Yeah, we had to step up and play defense. You know, in the first half, you know, we're letting them get whatever they wanted. And, you know, second half, we had to step up, be more aggressive, and kind of take them out of their rhythm.
Considering that road trip, the 2 losses, the tough loss in Sacramento, getting this win, you got 4 days off, then you got Golden State, then a 7-game road trip, Kobe. They're chanting your name. This is gut check time,
You know
baby.
what? You know, it's fun to play here. You know, these are our people. These are our fans. And it feels great to put on a great show here at Staples Center and see if we can't get some more W's in the process.
I could talk to you all night. I'll let you go soak this one in. Congratulations, Kobe Bryant.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, there he is, Kobe Bryant, 81 points. I tell you, that was something to watch. I think Billy Mack, you picked a good night to call a game. I'm going to go inside and get some reactions. Back to you.
You got that right, Patrick. Thank you, Joel. We'll see you again on Friday. That'll do it from Staples Center. For Stu Lantz, I'm Bill McDonald. Lakers win. Kobe goes from...
I think we've watched history tonight, Lamar. Talk about your teammate, Kobe.
You know, already in my second season with him, this is about the 8th or 9th or 10th time I saw this guy make history, and it's just a beautiful thing to be on the court with him. And I'm proud of him.
You know, you said this season that sometimes you think God just put Kobe on the basketball court so you all could watch him play. Talk about his demeanor at halftime, because he certainly came out with a sense of purpose.
Yeah, he was quiet, and you know, he's a guy where sometimes you don't want to see him quiet, and he was really focused. Obviously, he came out, he shot the ball, 50% from the field, and you know, it was great just to be out there tonight. I'm kind of at a loss for words.
Yeah, to be part of this historical game. Talk about the significance and this building. Have you ever seen it like this?
Yeah, I mean, this is a great place to play basketball. We got great fans, and it was just a pleasure just to watch them, you know, out here. And they're not going to even leave. They won't leave until he leaves. So.
You know, when he had that 30-point quarter against Dallas, he was angry that you had lost to Houston the game before, and he announced to you guys, I'm just going to take care of this. Was there any kind of notion that he was going to take this one over too?
We just lost 2 games in a row, so I know he was really focused on winning. One game we had won in Sacramento, and we gave that up, and he wouldn't let us lose tonight.
Go enjoy the win.
All right, well, this place is absolutely in a party zone right now, celebrating Kobe Bryant with 81 points, Leo.
Well, Chuck, to hear Lamar Odom say his teammate Kobe Bryant was so upset at halftime that his team was down, he was not going to allow his team to lose, coming back and outscoring the Raptors 55-41 personally in the second half to ensure a victory. Just a phenomenal performance.
81.
We've seen a lot of tremendous performances in this era of basketball lately, but can you put tonight's performance by Kobe Bryant into perspective based on the entire history of the league?
No, I can't. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life, and I've seen a lot of basketball, played a lot of basketball. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, being the fact that they were down by 18 points when he really got going, let's not forget he had 26 points at the half. So he really got going in this third quarter and carried this team on his shoulders offensively, willing them to victory, making shot after shot, every incredible kind of an angled shot that you could imagine. He wasn't getting open looks all the time either. He was doing it in a crowd and just kept knocking them down.
Stu, I was with the San Antonio Spurs when David Robinson scored his 71, and our team philosophy was getting the ball. He was trying to win the scoring championship. I was with Michael Jordan many times when he had some big games, 60-plus point games, but tonight, the point that you made for me and Kobe is I don't even think it's about the points for Kobe. I think Kobe's desire right now, his focus, is to win basketball games. The rest of the team was struggling. They weren't putting the ball in their basket, shooting under 30% from the floor. And I think he just came out with a mindset of he just flat out refuses to lose. And if he's got to score to do it, that's his mindset.
That's exactly right, Jack. I mean, the guy lets you know that, you know, I'll come out, I'll try to be a little bit of a facilitator early. If it's going well, I can continue in that mode. But if we're struggling at all offensively, he feels he has to get it on his own shoulders and take care of it. Tonight, he felt he had to take care of it, and he took care of business. I would say 81 points will get the job done.
greatest single game performance you have ever seen? I mean, you've been with some big scores before, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, et cetera, et cetera. Is this the greatest single offensive performance you've ever seen?
Yes, absolutely the greatest single performance I've ever seen. I mean, maybe I should put it in perspective. I had 90 once, but it took me a week. No, seriously, this is by far the greatest single performance that I've seen. For one player to be able to do what he did with the way the defense is today, where you're allowed to do certain things that you quite frankly weren't allowed to do in the past, I think this was remarkable.
Well, Stu, give the Laker fans at home an idea of what this will mean for the rest of the season. I mean, if he's able to go for 62 and 3 quarters against the Mavericks, 81 and 4 quarters against the Raptors, obviously he's a bona fide scoring threat. What are teams going to do differently now to Kobe after they see this performance tonight?
Well, I don't think they're going to do much differently against Kobe, but from a fan standpoint, the expectations are now very, very high. You've got 81. They're never satisfied. They're going to want to see 100 or so. But I don't think you'll see Kobe get, quite frankly, 80 again. I mean, I just don't think it's going to happen. But every time I say that, number 8 makes a liar out of me, makes me think, do you know what you're talking about up there at all? And I say, no, I guess not, when you're concerned, as he's the guy that just constantly amazes all of us.
Stu, final question for you. Is there a chance that his teammates could see another performance like this and sort of start taking a bigger back seat to Kobe and expecting him to win every single game?
See, now that's the downside to performances like this. Players start to just feed him the ball. They defer to him a little too much to begin with. Now they're in a position where, look, you can do it, Kobe. We've seen you do it before. Here, you do it again and again. And you're not going to win a lot of games consistently with that kind of a mindset. They have to learn that they didn't pay for their ticket. They got in the game free. They got to play. They can't spectate.
Stu, thanks so much for the perspective on Kobe Bryant going for 81 points tonight. We'll see you Friday when they take on Golden State.
Okay, guys.
All right, plenty more to come here on the SESR. Laker fans are hyped outside Star Plaza because they saw history in the making tonight, and you saw it live on FSN West.
Wow, that was something to behold tonight. I tell you, it was in another level, and that was a remarkable second half that he ran. Well, I wasn't keeping track of what he had, and I turned to one of my assistants. I said, I think I better take him out now. I think this is a time when I felt the game was sealed. He said, I don't think you can. He's got 77 points. So we stayed with it till he hit 80.
It was amazing. I mean, it was absolutely crazy to be out there. Like I was saying earlier, it was kind of funny because we were so worried about coming back. A lot of us didn't notice how many points he had until we kind of took the lead and we, sat down and looked up. He had 57, just like that. So, I mean, it was amazing tonight, the show he put on.
Yeah, Sam Mitchell, Raptors coach, saying he did everything possibly that he could think of to stop Kobe Bryant, including a box and one, hadn't run that since college, but to no avail.
It hasn't really sank in yet, man. It's just, we had 4 days off coming up here, and I've been sick as a dog if we lost this game. So I just wanted to step up and inspire us to play a better game, and it turned into something pretty special.
Kobe, going back to when you were a little kid, how far do we got to go to find that many points? Like elementary school, driveway with the dad, ever?
Never. Not even in my dreams. Not even in my dreams. It was something that just kind of just happened, man. It just happened. It's tough to explain. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things.
One of the things we were all asking ourselves was, when was Toronto going to start doubling or tripling you, and were you surprised they gave you?
A little bit. I noticed that they started zoning me up a lot more and started to send guys at me, and I just moved the ball on. And then when I got it back, I got in a position where I could attack quickly and get to a position where I'm on a spot on the floor where I could shoot a pull-up jump shot or get all the way to the basket before the double team came and try to draw some fouls.
What does it mean to you to break Elgin Baylor's record and hold the Laker record with all those great players all time?
It's such a blessing, to play for this organization that's had so many great players, some of the greatest players to ever play the game. And, it was more special to me than even the game itself. Was talking to Magic after the game. That meant more to me than the game itself, because I idolized him as a kid. And, for him to call me and tell me what a great game it was and how proud of me, he is, that meant more to me than the 81 points. that felt really, really good, man.
You know, Bill said the night after the Phoenix game that he thought your legs were a little heavy, a little tired. Were you back fatigued, and were you fatigued tonight as well?
No, you know, my hips were a little sore. So I had to, when we got home from Phoenix, I did therapy at home, really late at night, and then, last night as well, did some therapy to get ready for tonight's game. So, my muscles were kind of locking up on me, so I needed to address that and take care of my body so I can be ready for tonight.
Lamar said you were pretty ticked off when it got to be 18 points, and I asked him what you said, and you said nothing. And that's how ticked off. Well, I mean, you were ticked off the last time after that loss right before the Dallas game. Is that kind of the same feeling you have? You just
Exactly. I was just determined, just locked in, just tuned in to what was going on out there and just blocked everything out and just zeroed in on being more aggressive and just setting the tempo. So this was very similar to the Dallas game as far as, my mentality.
Kobe, as hot as you were in the third quarter, was there a point where you looked up and said, I'm 56, or at what point did you know you're on a tear and wanted to continue?
I think it was Lamar who whispered to me, he said, you can't get 60. Like 60. Oh, shit. So that's when it kind of, set in a little bit, yeah.
Did you feel the crowd? They were taking cell phone pictures, or they were standing at the end?
Yeah, and I feed off of that, and the crowd gets into it, especially here in LA. We're kind of, going from the bottom to the top all together. And so it's important for us to enjoy the journey, and that's what we're doing right now. We're on a journey, and to put on a show like this for the fans here here in LA is truly something special. I grew up in front of these people, and now they're seeing me as as an older young man.
You walked out the court, your daughter, was that just another shoulder ride for her? She have any idea what Daddy did tonight?
She said, Daddy, they poke at your eye? I said, yeah, Mama. She said, are you okay? I said, yeah. She said, be careful, Daddy. I said, all right, I'll be careful. Then she started smacking me in the head.
So what does this mean? I mean, 81 points, nobody's ever scored more than that except for Will on one night.
I don't know, man. It's just, it really hasn't, set in. It's, for me, it's about the W. And, that's why I turned it on, because I felt like we were a little lethargic. So I just started going full bore, and it just turned into something special. And I wanted to keep riding the wave to try to demoralize our opponents, and it just turned into this. But to sit here and say that I grasp, what happened tonight, I'd be lying, man. I really hasn't sank in.
There weren't many huddle situations in the second half, not a lot of timeouts called, but once you got on your roll, was there any conversation in the huddle other than just get the ball to Kobe?
I don't know. I couldn't really hear anything. I just, Lamar, besides Lamar coming up to me and whispering in my ear, that's about the only thing I heard.
Not much strategy going on, and just kind of feeling.
No, I feeling out such, we're on the same page completely. So I know calls before he even makes the calls. You know what I mean? We just connect like that. It's like on some Jedi type of thing.
Kobe, having said that, like at the end, you were the first person you went to share this with. What was that like? Why him? Because
it's special. Because we've been through so much. We've been through so many battles. We've been through so many things, and it's special for me because when I try to play the game, I play the game to try to please him. You know what I mean? So like if he's happy with my performance, it makes me happy because I learned the game from him. So he taught me how to play. So if I'm not playing the right way, if he's not happy or if he's disappointed in the way that I'm playing, I take it pretty hard and I want to bounce back. And he just looked at me and smiled at me, to say he was proud of the way I played. It made me feel good.
Kobe, are you sure the 81 points wasn't just a distraction to keep us from asking you about the fact that you missed 2 free throws?
Oh, I was pissed about that. Oh, dude, I was so pissed. I wanted to continue that streak. After the Memphis game, when I missed those free throws down there at the end, Craig Hodges and I had a conversation. He said, what are you doing on your free throws? And I said, all right, man, I'm not going to miss anymore. And we started, going on a streak, and I choked.
Is that perspective for you to know that even Michael Jordan never had a night like this?
No, not really. throughout my career, I've been compared to him, so many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, Michael Jordan. I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're two different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me because you can't compare what I'm doing to what he's doing. I mean, he's one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player of all time. You know what I mean? And it's not fair for us as a younger generation to constantly be compared to, such greatness. From myself to LeBron James to, the other young players. You're talking about Magic Johnson. You're talking about Michael Jordan and these guys. I mean, we can't measure up to them. It's important for us just to go out there and play the game that we know how to play. And hopefully people kind of, they'll sit back and enjoy what we do. You know what I mean? And appreciate what we do as players and not compare it to, what they've done.
His career high was 60 I mean, so maybe you can be compared to him, right?
Nah, there's no comparison, man. He's Jordan, and I'm Kobe, and I really wish people would stop trying to measure up, what I do in comparison to what he's done, and just, let what I do just speak for itself.
Is there any difference in the satisfaction in tonight where the points that you scored literally pulled your team out and were part of the win, as opposed to say Dallas, where it was more just putting them away?
Definitely. These points tonight mattered. We needed them. We were in a deficit situation. We needed to crawl out of the hole. And the points that I put in the basket were instrumental in us, regaining that momentum and getting that energy back. So it means way more.
Why do you think you can do these things this year that you couldn't do?
I think it's a combination of experience and learning the game. And I trained my butt off this summer. I mean, I really went pedal to the metal. So conditioning-wise, I'm ready. I prepare myself every game, so I'm ready for that. And, I call Kwame Brown and Chris Wimman, those guys, I call them my offensive line, because they set incredible screens for me to free me up. So it's a collection of things. It's not just me going out there and scoring. I need help from my teammates and them recognizing when to give me the ball in certain situations. And they set excellent screens for me. They looked for me, made great passes. So, without them, I couldn't have scored 81 points. I mean, they did a great job freeing me up.
So there was a moment there, I think, before the time out with Tex stood out, which was something you hear, it was down in your head, knowing Tex and his history. What went on in that exchange?
Well, we had a couple of them, and he was just talking pure strategy. How to get the defense off balance. There's certain things that he was seeing out there that he recommended that I do, to free me up. And, and we talked about it throughout the course of the game. And, he's Yoda. So. I don't know. I can't. It's hard for. Doesn't even sink. It's not sinking in right now, bro. I mean, I really don't know. It's. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Are you one to collect things when you save the box score, save your shoes, whatever?
If I don't, my wife would kill me. I'm terrible at saving stuff. I really am, and they're much better at it than I am. And they'll save it and frame it up. And when I look back, when I have a pot belly and all of that, I'll be happy that she did. So.
What did Magic called you?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
He just said he's seen a lot of basketball throughout his years, but he's never seen anything like it. And he was just so proud of me the way I've been playing. And to not listen to what people say and them criticizing me, he said, you're playing extremely well. He said, you just continue to do what you do, and he said, just know I'm here to support you, and I got your back through everything.
Is this the kind of game at all, right at the half, when you see the kind of game you have performance that could have lost, and now maybe you pull you guys forward?
Yeah, hopefully it'll give us a good push. We got 4 days here we can rest and recuperate and get ready for Golden State. But hopefully we can use this momentum, to push forward and start gaining some momentum going into the All-Star break.
Can you talk a little bit about coming out from halftime, full court press and play a little bit more zone type ball and how to keep them out?
Yeah, we wanted to pressure them a little bit more, make them uncomfortable, get some easy points. We felt like the momentum shifted into our favor, so it was important for us to get up in them and to pressure them and to force them to start thinking the game instead of just coming down and just, playing so loose.
Having scored 81 now, is it possible to score 100?
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I don't know. I guess it's possible. I mean, I don't know.
I guess he even scored 59 in the second half.
No, I don't know, bro. It's that's unthinkable.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, it's pretty exhausting to think about.
I heard Ronnie in the locker room saying that he asked somebody for a box score and said he was going to go into the training room and have him sign it. Have a lot of your teammates done that kind of a thing tonight?
Yeah, a few of my teammates have, staff has, and you know, it's kind of weird because you just see them all the time. You know what I mean? So but it's a tremendous honor though. It's a tremendous honor, and you know even during the game, they're just shaking their head, and just saying how unbelievable it was.
Would you comment on your feelings about the round profit getting away to make room for Turiaf?
Yeah, I think you know it's a double-edged sword, man, because you know Ronnie's such a great guy, and I'm so happy for him, you know, to be back playing. And you know, LeRon, you know, he's one of my best friends on the team, and you know he's a very talented basketball player. He's very smart, and you know, he's very helpful for us in running our offense. So I just hope that you know, he's able to get healthy, and hopefully we can bring him back, you know, next season, and he can come in and be a part of this team. You know, I love playing with him. So
We have 4 days off now, so I guess you don't have like an early morning maybe, I'm guessing? Go out and like celebrate? Or what do you do after a game like this?
Well, tonight I'll go home and get some more therapy on my ankle and on my knee, and you know, make sure I get healthy. Then tomorrow morning, make some breakfast, sit back, chill, watch some cartoons, you know, do that whole thing.
What cartoon?
Tom and Jerry, man.
Kobe, is it true that you promised someone you'd help them with their bath later
Yeah.
on?
Oh, shit. You waiting for your bath? Yeah, my daughter wants a bath tonight, so she wants to go swimming. Okay, you ready to go? Okay, let's go. All right. Let's go, Mama.
The first thing I thought about, save your ticket stub to this amazing game. 2 hours later, 15 tickets were on eBay. We're being sold already.
How'd you say? Now, what was the announcement? How'd you say it? What'd you say at the end?
I said, ladies and gentlemen, 18,997 have seen this game tonight. By Wednesday, 300,000 will say they were here. Gotta have.
And you said, save your ticket stubs.
Save your ticket stubs.
All right.